It looks like Antonio Rudiger has made his decision. Andreas Christensen is close to signing. Azpilicueta's going back to Spain, and Chelsea signed the player already, according to the Hungary manager. This video is massive. You best not be moving anywhere. Welcome to the Kavkas View, and I don't say this often, but I'm gonna say this today. This video is massive. Listen, there is so much to cover in this video. I have no idea what Chelsea's centre-back options are going to look like next year, because the possibility of 3 players leaving and us being left with just Thiago and Chalobah is a realistic prospect. But we're going to break down the story of what has happened. It has been a weird 48 hours when it has come to transfer rumours and credible sources speaking out. Then we'll talk about the team news for tomorrow's game against Zenit. Mateo Kovacic is injured. Not because he's injured, my man's sick, he's got the Rona. And there's a lot of team news, and I'll give you my perspective thoughts on the game. But first, the main bulk of this video is going to be this centre-back issue we have. All I ask for is for you to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and as I always say every video, 12k is the target for the end of this year. And we are so close. We are 242 bratoje away from doing this. So hit that like button, bratoje, and let's go. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let me get comfortable. Let me start talking to you lot. So, it looks like Antonio Rudiger is off. It looks like Antonio Rudiger has finally made his decision, and reputable sources are coming out with this story. A lot of people are wondering, Alex, what's going on with Rudiger? Alex, give us an update on Rudiger. Well, it looks like Rudiger is heading to Madrid, Espanyol, Real Madrid. That's where it looks like he's going. And his brother apparently a few weeks ago had a meeting with the one and only Real Madrid, and their pull is realistic. Look, peeps, I told you from day one, he is not going to stay if they offer crazy amounts of money. He's achieved everything he's needed to at Chelsea Football Club. He has won the Champions League, and he has been actually abused a lot by Chelsea fans. A lot of Chelsea fans have been very harsh on him. I have been very harsh on him, and this 12 months is not tricking me. I think he's a very good defender, but I don't think he's not irreplaceable. We all know Rudiger was asking, he was pleading to re-sign here. He just wanted the respect and he wanted to be paid accordingly. Well, Nazir from Goal is reporting now that Rudiger's actually low-key upset. He believes he's being disrespected by Chelsea Football Club, and he believes that Chelsea are not paying him in the correct bracket. Players such as Timo Werner, Saul, Alonso, Lukaku are all getting paid more than this individual. That's actually mad. Alonso's getting paid more than you. I would be pissed too, I'm not gonna lie to you. So, Rudiger basically said, I'm gonna kick. I don't need this, because if you don't pay me what I'm worth, I'm just gonna go to another big club, another fresh challenge, and I'm gonna regain that money. Don't blame Rudiger. This is not Rudiger's fault. Don't blame Chelsea. This isn't Chelsea's fault either. They have a wage structure, and they will stick to that wage structure. Because the minute you start breaking that wage structure, bad things happen. Stop doing it. Look, if Rudiger goes, I'm content with it. I really am. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to say thank you for what you've done. Your last 12, 13 months have been fantastic. Hopefully you leave with a Premier League medal around your neck. It is what it is. Hopefully we see you in the Champions League and we absolutely destroy you. It looks like Andreas Christensen will be re-signing. AC Milan are actively trying to replace Simon Kjær with Andreas Christensen. They have been in touch. Barcelona have also been in touch. And as you guys already know, the Christensen story is actually kind of wild. So Christensen was offered a 5-year deal, which he rejected because he didn't want 5 years. Initially, that deal was agreed, but then he said, no, I don't want 5, I want 3 years. Chelsea counteracted that offer, gave him an additional 3 years instead of the 5. Christensen said, yeah, everything's Gucci, everything's blessed here, but then guess what? Christensen went against his word one more time, and it makes no sense why he did that. But now it looks like Thomas Tuchel spoke to him, and he openly said, we've had discussions, we've had respectful discussions, I'm not going to leak what we said, but it's good. So it looks like Christensen will be resigning, and this is once again from Nazir from Goal.com. Reputable source in the know-how. He knows his deal. It looks like this gent's going to be staying. At the end of the day, it is what it is, isn't it? It's happy days. The one that's starting to add up now, and it looks like will be leaving, is Cesar Azpilicueta. And it makes sense to me. Aspi's in his head a competitive individual that will want to play football as long as he can. And it looks like it is reported he will be leaving the club. Atletico Madrid and Barcelona are all interested in acquiring his services, and why wouldn't they? Captain material, good defender, and in that Atletico Madrid defense, he will play on for maybe approximately another 5 years. That's how good he is. Because they're going to have a low block. Aspi's going to not have to defend much one-on-one. Everything's going to be tight and compact. He'll always have support. And he's just going to be kayaking left to right. And his positioning and brain is fantastic at doing that. Will we miss Azpilicueta? I think you always miss captain material. You all miss him more off the pitch than you do on the pitch. And when I say that, I mean the players we have can overtake Azpilicueta's role in the team. It's already happened. It's already happening. Like on a match day weekend, if Aspi's starting, it means there's rotation. But can you miss and replace Azpilicueta on the training ground? That's another factor that no one considers. If you think about it from a logistics standpoint, he maintains high levels of training, he maintains good standards, and he's the captain. He's the vocal point of the team. The respect barrier is clearly there, because if it wasn't, he would have been replaced as captain. For me, if he moves on, I will be a little bit upset. But at the same time, I will understand it. He's a competitive man that wants to play football on a regular basis. Once he hits his 40s, the likelihood is his competitive days are over. So why not enjoy his last few years at a good level in La Liga? And yeah, I want to see him go and play. So Aspi, we know we love you. You know you're a legend. So whatever this happens, we love you in our deepest of deepest hearts. But it looks like Chelsea have signed centre-back, allegedly. So the other day, and maybe 2 months ago as well, there was a report that came out that a Fenerbahce defender is joining Chelsea for £21 million, a Hungarian international, Sazali, I can't pronounce the name. Listen, you guys already know the deal. I listen to the commentator say it once or twice, then I repeat the word. I don't do reading surnames because I end up ruining them the way I just said Sazali. I don't know how I say it. But it looks like he's joining Chelsea. A lot of the fan base were up in awe. They were like, what is going on here? We should get Jules Koundé. What is going on here? Fofana, what is going on here? Delict. My reaction to that is, did you know who Edouard Mendy was? Did you know who Branislav Ivanovic? Did you know who Azpilicueta was? All cheap signings that were done, acquired by good scouting. So don't poo-poo over someone because you don't know who he is. Give him a chance, let him flourish. But his international manager came out and said, yeah, the deal's done. Basically confirmed the deal. But then you have Matt Law, a Chelsea insider, come out and say, nah, bro, I don't know who that manager is, but he's misinformed. It is not done. Chelsea aren't even interested. He's not even on the radar. So who are we going to believe? The manager of the Hungarian international that is going to be joining Chelsea, allegedly? Or Matt Law, who is fed everything by Chelsea? We know he has sources within the club. We know this gentleman knows the deal. We know that he is actually one of the most reputable sources when it comes to Chelsea. Does he get things wrong every now and then? Maybe. But is it possible that the manager might be exaggerating about the interest in his player? Maybe. So time will tell. I feel very indifferent about this. I hope you do as well. And now for the match preview for Zenit. Let's get into it. We're in big trouble for the Zenit game. And I don't even think it's the Zenit game that we're in trouble. It's the one after that. Because it looks like Kovacic came back, trained, and tested positive for the Rona. Jorginho's got back spasms. And the reason he has back spasms is because he's played too many games. There are more players out like Trevor Chalobah and other additional players that are not fully match fit. We have got 17 individuals that are fit right now in a squad of 25. 8 injuries at this moment in time. Oh yeah, and some of it's including goalkeepers, by the way. So we've got 2 goalkeepers that are fit. It looks like there's going to be heavy rotation for tomorrow's game. The game is basically a dead rubber. If we win it, we top the group. If we don't, based on the results at Juventus, it could mean that they pip us to the top of the group. Realistically speaking, I hope, oops, I just dropped my phone. I really hope we win the game. I really do want to see Romelu Lukaku get on the score sheet. I think it's going to be a big occasion for him. I think it's important for the gentleman to get on that pitch and actually remind a lot of people why he cost £100 million. And remind people that just because the team's not designed for him, he's a £100 million player. And he can do stuff by himself. It's not all about supply and then he'll product. No, it's about supply, and we demand you to have great attributes and great individualistic talent. So he has to step up now. Expect to see Callum Hudson-Odoi back in the side, I think, and then you're going to see a lot of rotation in other areas as much as we can. I think Azpilicueta is going to start. I think Alonso might even get rested and Saul might get left wing back role. It's going to be very interesting. I really want to see what happens. But this was the Kavkas View. I hope you lot enjoyed this. As I said, the race to 12K continues. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts, peeps. Peace out. I'm out.